Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranams. So today we're finishing our Vilapa Kusumanjali discussions. We ended on verse 101 before, and actually we had finished them. This was even before Kartik, but the camera had some malfunction, so we lost the last video of the last verses. So I'm just going to finish it here. And then going forward, as I mentioned in the New Year's video, we're going to be doing other subjects like Bhagavad Gita, Vedanta, and also Bhakti perspectives on kind of topical issues. So we'll jump right in, okay? Vilapa Kusumanjali, verse 102. Reading from the book we published, actually, which is a lot of these verses and discussions we've had comes from topics in this book itself. Gurudev's commentary, Purji commentary, very wonderful. Okay, so verse 102. Asa bharer amrita sindhu maya katanchit kalo mayati gamita kila sampratam hi tvam chet kripam mai vidasyasi naiva kimme praner brajena chavaro rubakarinapi. So these Vilapa Kusumanjali verses are all the epitome, the topmost apex of our Gaudiya Vaishnav conception. Many people think and preach that Mahaprabhu came to give Nam Sankirtan, to preach the Yuga Dharma, the Dharma of the age, which is congregational chanting. And this is true. But Mahaprabhu's speciality, there are different reasons for Mahaprabhu's advent, but the innermost desire of Mahaprabhu was to relish the moods of Srimati Radhika, Shiradhaya, Pranaya, Mahima, Kidriso, Vanayaiva, to understand the glory of her love, to understand the sweetness she experiences in her relationship with Krishna. And in order to, this is internal, but also Mahaprabhu desired that this would be propagated throughout the world. That's why there's a famous verse in the Charitamrita, Rag Marga Bhakti Loke Kurite Pracharan. Mahaprabhu came to propagate the Rag Marga Bhakti line, the path of spontaneous loving devotion. Aishwarya Sitil Prem Nahi Mora Prita. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is described that the Lord says, Bhakti with the mood of awe and reverence does not satisfy me, does not please my heart at all. Rather, pure Braja Bhakti, without any mood of opulence that Krishna is God and we must offer pranam and serve him. This kind of bhakti does not please Krishna, does not attract Krishna. Real bhakti means raga bhakti. Vaidhi bhakti generally is done with the fear. Vaidhi bhakti is symptomized by fear that if I don't worship God, if I don't live a moral, ethical life, I'll suffer, I'll enter the degraded condition. And you see in Christianity, if you don't worship the Lord, you go to hell. And in Sanatan Dharma, you also fall into the degraded condition of life, you will suffer. So that kind of bhakti doesn't please Krishna. That's Vaidhi bhakti. And we know, Krishna is God, so we worship him because he's God. And if we don't worship him, then we may be punished or something. So that's all Vaidhi bhakti. But this isn't real prem. The goal of human life is prem, love. Pancham Purushartha Krishna prem. And Mahaprabhu came to give that prem. And the topmost level of prem is the gopis prem. That's the best example of pure love and devotion. That's real bhakti. Real bhakti is this prema bhakti, braja bhakti or raga bhakti. And so you can achieve that through Vaidhi bhakti if you do it with the aim and object to attain raga bhakti. But those who only preach Vaidhi bhakti without raga bhakti, then they're missing out on what is the true essence of the teachings of Mahaprabhu and the desire of Mahaprabhu. Rag Marga Bhakti Loke Korite Pracharam. This is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. If people don't understand this or accept this, then we advise them, read Prabhupada's Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's written right there. All these verses are, all these discussions, Raya Ramananda Sambad, all the glories of Srimati Radhika's love, the gopis' love is described. Mahaprabhu himself said, Vanashrama Chadavato, that give up Vanashram Dharma. This is external. Give up Gyan Bhakti, give up Karma Mishra Bhakti. All these things are external. This is not Mahaprabhu's teaching. So this Vilapa Kusumanjali, this is teaching the highest essence of the real mood of Mahaprabhu. Krishna in Braj was unhappy because he saw that when he went to the transcendental abode of Braj, after being present in this world, he saw that in this Martya Jagat, this world of death, where people are again and again being born and dying and perishing, everyone was criticizing Krishna and the gopis. These pastimes are immoral. And in so many different ways. Rasa dance. He's dancing with other men's wives. Katyani Brat, he's stealing the clothes of the gopis. They were criticizing Krishna as an immoral character and the gopis as unchaste, vyabhichari. So Krishna came as Mahaprabhu. One of his main reasons to come was to show the glory of the gopis' love and how this is spotless prem. That Beje Mukunda Paravim, that they were willing to give up everything. Pati Sutanvaya Bratri Bandavan Ati Vilangyate Anta Chutagata Kative Rastavat Tavat Go, that they give up husband, wife, family, social shyness, all these things that are very difficult for a woman to give up, only because they desire to please and satisfy Krishna. This is real bhakti. Sometimes we do things because we're worried what society will think of us. So I have to live a moral, righteous life. I have to be sattvic. People will think bad of me if not. But this isn't prem bhakti. Oh, I'm being very moral. What's this have to do with love for God? So the gopis were even willing to give up this kind of thing, their lajja, their shyness, and their aryapat, their adherence to the arya path, just to please and satisfy Krishna. Now in bhakti, it's very important that they weren't worshipping Krishna just to satisfy their own kam, their own desires. Actually, it's only 10% trying to please and satisfy Sri Krishna, to please him, and without any conception that Krishna is God. They didn't think we're trying to please Krishna because he's God. They thought Krishna is Nanda Lala, he is the son of Nanda Jashoda. They didn't think Krishna is God. And therefore, the gopis are able to interact with him in a very sweet way, loving way, sometimes abusing him even with harsh words, but only out of their prem. So this prem of the gopis is what Mahaprabhu came to give. That's shown by Rupa Goswami. Why is Rupa Goswami called the fulfiller of the heart's desire of Mahaprabhu? Nartam Das Thakur prayed, Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Jaina Bhutale. Rupa Goswami established the heart's desire of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why was he given that high praise? Only because he understood the real mood of Mahaprabhu. When Mahaprabhu was dancing in Rath Yatra, he was singing a mundane love poem. And many people were thinking, why this great sannyasi aesthetic is singing this love poem? Oh, I am the same lover, you are the same beloved, but now I wish to go back to our youth when we were on the bank of the river Vedasi. And people were thinking, why is Mahaprabhu singing this? And no one could understand. Only Swarup Damodar and Rupa Goswami understood. And Swarup Damodar, being Lalita Sakhi, she understood this, but she did not reveal it to the world. But Rupa Goswami, because he is non-different from the moods, he is completely embodying the moods of Srimati Radhika, which Mahaprabhu came to relish. Therefore, he could express this. Mahaprabhu, Krishna came to experience Radhika's moods. And Rupa Goswami, being Rupa Manjari, she perfectly knows this because she is Tadatma with Srimati Radhika. We heard this in the first verse of Vilapa Kusumanjali. She is so Tadatmic, so one at heart, that when Krishna was going to meet with Srimati Radhika, he saw Rupa Manjari, and by Radhika's desire, he even kissed the lips of Rupa Manjari, but he could understand this is Rupa or this is Radha, because they are so one at heart. Therefore, Kavi Karnapur, I believe, he sings a verse glorifying Rupa Goswami. Priya Swarupe, Dhaita Swarupe, Prema Swarupe, Sahajabi Rupe, Nijan Rupe, Tarure. Like they're so close to Radhika, it's Nija Rup, completely one at heart, and therefore very similar even in appearance. So Rupa Goswami understood the mood of Mahaprabhu and revealed that to the world. And when he glorified Mahaprabhu, he said, Anarpita chirim chirat karunaya avatirna kalau samarpaitam unata ujvala rasam svabhakti shriyam. This unata ujvala ras svabhakti shriyam means that mood of Srimati Radhika manifested through her kinkaris and that chance to serve as her kinkaris. So that's why Vilapa Kusumanjali, this is the cream and essence of the Gaudiya Vaishnava conception. And Gurudev, I was typing a lecture just the other day where Gurudev was saying that if people don't accept this Rupanuga line, then really we're not able to completely follow Mahaprabhu's line. This is the essence. Now, in Mahaprabhu's line, many Vaishnavas came who were not worshipping Krishna in the mood of the Manjaris. Murari Gupta, he was Hanuman. Anupama, he was worshipper of Lord Ram. But Mahaprabhu included everyone. All the different avatars came, all the different bhaktas came, but ultimately they all came and they glorified this Gopi Ras, Gopi Prem, this Manjari Bhav. We see, even Brahma, Haridas, Prahlad came, but what were they doing? They were all dancing in Sankirtan, in Srivasangan, relishing the moods of the gopis. Because their love is spotless prem, and that's the prem that we are searching for. So this is Rag Bhakti. And of all the types of gopi prem, the topmost is the position of the Manjaris, because they are 100% loyal and devoted to Srimati Radhika's service. And through serving Srimati Radhika, they are completely satisfied in their being. Their Sthai Bhav is, they have Krishna Rati, attraction towards Krishna. But this is completely filled through their Sthai Bhav of being Tadatmik with Srimati Radhika, meaning they are in this Tat Tat Bhav Ichamai category, where they only desire to please Srimati Radhika and serve Srimati Radhika. So this verse, we're going to conclude by talking about this, that this is such a high transcendental topic, and we've been covering this for like 6-7 months now. We had over 100, I don't know how many videos even, over 100 videos on Sri Vilapa Kusumanjali. And in this year going forward, we're going to bring it down to some Tattva Siddhanta that creates a strong foundation. Now, we've been always doing classes for many years, so we're just starting to release them online. So I don't want people to think that, oh, we're just always talking about these topmost things. Why we did a series on Vilapa Kusumanjali was actually because I'm always so busy engaged in book seva, so we were working on this book. So naturally, it becomes nice to discuss realizations and also just the things that you've been typing, editing, and all that. So generally, I've been trying to, because otherwise I'm too busy to always give classes and study for those classes. But the books that I'm already working on day and night, then it becomes easy to give classes on those kind of subjects. So this is the main reason we did Vilapa Kusumanjali series, because last year we were working towards publishing this beautiful Vilapa Kusumanjali book, 530 pages. It's so much nectar here. All Gurudev's very essential sweet katha. And now the next year we're going forward into other subjects. So we'll be doing talks on Vedanta Sutra, Bhagavad Gita. We're not actually doing Bhagavad Gita Vedanta book now, but the brahmacharis are requesting that we do a Vedanta series and a Gita series. And then on top of that, I'll also be doing videos on the lives of all our great acharyas and Vaishnavas in this line, because we're going to be compiling a book of all the lives of all the different acharyas in the Vaishnava calendar. So we're doing an Ekadashi book, because Ekadashi is very prominent Titi within the Vaishnava calendar. We're doing Katyani Vrat book, it's also part of the Vaishnava calendar. We're doing Kartik book, Bijama Panchak, all these kinds of titis within the calendar we're doing. So we're also doing all the Vaishnava titis. So we're going to be doing videos also on all the different Vaishnava acharyas. And because that's also one of the books that I will be working on. So we'll go forward into this commentary now in the next video. Hare Krishna. Radhe, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel down there, share with your friends, ask a question in the comments, and check out our website, kripa.tv, for courses, to support us, and for our articles and more. Haribo.